Today we delve into Nostradamus's most shocking prophecies about the future. A quiet, unseen clock ticks beneath the earth, counting down seconds. We can't hear far from any watch. An ancient warning trembles on the edge of awakening. Centuries ago, Nostradamus wrote of a time when the in fault shall crumble before the rise of the double sun. This phrase, three pillars, has baffled scholars for ages, but recently analysts, historians, and even intelligence agencies have linked it to three modern nations whose influence, once unshakable, now teeters on the brink of irreversible change. In this video, we're diving deep to uncover who these three countries are and why Nostradamus might have foreseen their fall as not just inevitable, but imminent. Did you know that the average person checks their phone 140 times a day? It's a constant stream of information. But what if some information is more critical than others? Nostradamus's words might be that vital data. As the famous quote goes, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. But what if the fall Nostradamus predicted isn't a sudden crash, but a silent, ghostly collapse? We begin with a chilling quatrain: "The house divided shall fall." This echoes Abraham Lincoln's dire warning about a nation split against itself. Nostradamus seemed to foresee that America's divisions wouldn't heal, but would deepen, ossify, and metastasize into something far more dangerous. In 2025, this division is no longer metaphorical. The other side views the opposing side not as misguided, but as an existential threat. Public opinion is swayed by unseen hands. But perhaps the most chilling element is the recent surge in natural disasters: wildfires, fiercer hurricanes, droughts displacing millions, and infrastructure literally cracking. Nostradamus mentioned a fault breaking apart the land. Could this be a hint at a seismic event? Experts predict a major event along the New Madrid fault line or the Cascadia subduction zone. A fractured society, a shaking land, foreign manipulation, and the erosion of global trust in a once dominant empire. The first pillar stands. But it's trembling. If Nostradamus is right, the fall won't be a boom, but a silent collapse felt only when it's too late. Do you believe the United States is this first pillar? Are we living in its unraveling? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Next we look at "The East shall shake, and from within the lion devours its own," while often linked to the Middle East. Scholars now focus on Turkey. Turkey, a bridge between East and West, has long been a geopolitical linchpin. But with recent political turmoil, economic instability, and rising authoritarianism, these prophetic words gain terrifying weight. The phrase, "the lion devours its own," often seen in the Turkish flag and Islamic symbolism veiled in black, suggests mourning and darkness. Did you know Turkey sits on the North Anatolian Fault, a notoriously active seismic zone? Seismologists have warned of a major earthquake potentially devastating Istanbul. This is where the drama peaks, a nation on a fault line, facing internal strife. Could this be the second pillar? Finally, we turn to China, finally surfacing while the world sees China as a monolith. Internal pressures are mounting, a demographic collapse is unfolding. As the population ages rapidly, cities are overbuilt, creating ghost metropolises. Economic slowdowns are palpable. Youth unemployment is soaring, and tensions over Taiwan, Hong Kong, and maritime disputes threaten conflict. The dragon's breath scorching its kin could refer to the state's intensive surveillance and censorship, or even civil unrest. Some interpret the red tide rises but finds no shore as a warning against overreach. If Nostradamus foresaw China's breaking not from external invasion, but from its own internal cracks, 2025 could mark the end of the invulnerable dragon myth. Are we misreading history or prophecy? With new eyes, what's your take? Does this prediction align with China's trajectory? These three nations, one with military might, another at a continental crossroads, and the third with economic dominance, all face internal tremors. Nostradamus hinted not just at war, but at entropy, a spiritual unraveling as greed, pride, and fear stretch these nations thin. What if their collapse is interconnected? A financial crisis in one could trigger others, a regional conflict could engulf all. A social awakening in one could inspire uprisings elsewhere. What could the double sun represent? Some speculate a new global paradigm emerging from the ashes of these fallen powers. Interestingly, some manuscripts mention a fourth nation, less mighty, whose transformation signifies the final stage. Symbols like a mountain split in two, a lion with no roar, and a frozen crown melting into the sea are given. Is this nation still unknown or one we've overlooked? We'll explore that mystery in a future video. Time like sand slips through the fingers of the unaware, but you seeker have glimpsed what others fear to whisper. The world is changing. Not just in form, but in essence, the pages of prophecy are unfolding. Now only those with open hearts and minds will grasp the true meaning. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and your soul aligned. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if this revelation resonated with you.